What is wrong with this weather, Montana? Take a look. Boop. There's that brisket. One thing never really shown on video is that we do a cookout in the middle weekend at our projects, and it's going to either be burgers or chicken, but mostly brisket.
Show you. Look at all that yummy brisket.
So the Boardwalk crew has ripped up everything you see down there all the way up to where the fellas are working, and Dale right here is going to run a new string line so that we've got a nice straight boardwalk as they start to lay down the stringers. Oh, check this place out.
What?
Check this place out.
I know, this place is awesome. This was Dr. somebody's house that, yeah, during the high time of Bannack, this is where he lived.
Are these just, but these furnishings weren't here.
Some of them were, many others have been donated. But now it's all nice and clean.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
And wood burning stove.
Love it.
I'm gonna go check on the rest of the cleaning team.
Wow, this bed looks like the one we've got, babe. This bed.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Shar and I have a bed exactly like this. It was my grandfather's that he got. They got as a wedding present, and I think it was in the 20s. And we actually still have that. We've got it saved for my son Blake, who'd like it. And it's a small bed, not huge, same size, but this is very familiar.
This building was the one-room schoolhouse.
Now it's got a second floor because it doubled as a Masonic temple. 1874 it shows up there, and to this day they have periodic meetings upstairs. Finally, this building's getting... Oops, sorry, Christy, didn't mean to scare you. As she goes through the window.
Ladder.
This is Christy, and she and Paul are first-time volunteers with us, but we're gonna hang on to them for dear life to make sure they come to another one of their projects. But they, from San Diego, so we have a lot of San Diego conversations because that's where I spent most of my life, going to school there, being in the Navy, and then they moved up to Bozeman, Montana, so it was just a short hop over here.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest.
So what they're doing now is they've stopped laying new tread and have started using older tread to keep going, and then they'll use the remaining new tread or deck boards to replace boards that are just in really poor shape.
I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
One of the rooms of what they call the mansion. Take a look.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be.
Isn't that crazy? How many rooms this place has? Just nuts how large this old building is. And then look at the ceiling. Right there, like this hand-painted barrettes in the ceiling. They hand-painted the ceilings before they put wallpaper on and covered it some years later. And the fellows back here working on the porch, that's Ovit's store.
Mrs. Ovitz was born in 1896 here in Bannack, and she owned and ran this store until her untimely death in 1968.
She was parked somewhere, forgot to put the car in park, and it accidentally backed over her. But she was a popular and a lifelong resident of this town, so have to show the store some love. They are just about done. What do you think?
Here to volunteer, 2021.
Yeah, they're putting the finishing touches on the roof, and that's going to complete this project, so very impressive. So day to day, this scene has looked identical. The people are in the exact same position, except they just keep moving. And since yesterday, they've gone all the way from down there over the hill, and then they come all the way up. They're going to wrap this section up in no time, and then they're going to move to the other side. Where are you still sticking out? Say what?
Thinking about mom today? Just saying.
Are you thinking about mom? Oh yeah. Yeah, I always tell Wendy, she reminds me of my mom. My mom had short hair exactly like Wendy. They look a lot alike, and she wore very colorful.
I'm struggling to get my jacket.
Very colorful clothes. In fact, my sister and I couldn't get rid of my mom's pants. So they're in a suitcase in storage because one day we want to make quilts for the kids
Oh, that
out of her jeans. She had all the crazy colors. What'd you say there?
7 days from the beginning up there to here, work days.
Here's the last one on this side.
I'm guessing that's somewhere between 350 to 400 feet. I may be off a little bit.
check out the saloon. Check out this bar. Look at the size of this thing. But that ain't all.
Back in the day, people used to come to the saloon to get their dental work done and get a haircut and shave.
Yeah, would you do that?
Nope, I'm gonna stick to drinking.
She's gonna stick to drinking. I'm gonna stick to drinking. But I don't want to hear those screams of the guys getting their teeth pulled. Could you imagine that? They didn't have like Novocaine, they had ether and all
No,
sorts
they
of
had
crazy stuff.
vodka.
Forget it.
Whiskey.
All right, we got some fun facts about this awesome, beautiful building back here.
So where we are in Montana was the original territorial capital of what is now Montana. And this awesome building was the first brick building courthouse in what is now Montana.
And then after the seat of government for the county moved down to Dillon because the railway went through there, this became Hotel Meade, and it's supposedly haunted. In fact, there's a ghost hunter show out there that profiled what was going on in there.
Yeah, there's been some paranormal experiences that have been had in there, and there's said to be more than one ghostly presence that has made their appearance here.
We're totally gonna hang out and have movie night here on Sunday.
At night in the dark, so we'll see what happens. And it will not be a scary movie.
But it will be ghost themed.
It will be ghost themed.
The magic number 2 is rise and run equals between 17 and 19 inches.
Total.
Then you're within total. Then
Total,
you're within
right.
code.
Yep.
So 10 and a half and 7 and a quarter, you're in that number.
Yep. And that looks actually pretty good.
No, it's gonna take me a lot longer before I can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, this is
Yeah, once we get the dirt out of it.
3 generations of soda cans. The oldest with the punctured top. Then you had the pull tab, and then you went to the pop top that didn't come off.
Hey, that's history, right?
Yep.
And evolution.
I think this is our last full work day. We've got tomorrow, technically. Shar and I have to take off at around 1 to head down to Wyoming, Sinks Canyon, in advance of about 5 of our volunteers here who are going to head down as well. We always like to get there a day early because we need to do a site survey. We assign people to their sites based on rig size, rig type, height, solar, a whole bunch of variables. So we are bugging out tomorrow. I think we're going to get done with most of what we've got going on today because the stairs, the porch, the boardwalk, and the cleaning will all be done today. We may take on one extra project, and that is removing glass from frames. And so we're on it today for that. Right now, head back to the coach, grab a tripod, get back and film the fellas working on the porch. with John and Dale this morning, and then as the boardwalk got completed, everyone else jumped on it, and look at this crowd that just made quick work out of this step. All right, we've got some other fun facts about this town. The field back here was littered with houses back in the day. A lot of them have been gone and stuff, and this is where they're putting some artifacts that they find. If you look at the historical photos, you'll see one of those large floating dredges here in the town that worked the creek here. And what they did was they would have a bucket line in front to reach down and scoop out all the stuff to process it, and then they would kick out all the stuff that didn't have gold behind it, and it would move through a body of water. Just like the show Gold Rush, the buckets are right here in the back.
And did you know that Bannack was the first place to use an electric dredge in the Western Hemisphere?
This place was hopping.
And this here is Bachelor's Row. Most of the people who would come out to mine here, gold mine, were men. And so they would come here, they'd get these fairly meager accommodations where they'd actually room with other guys while they were on the hunt for gold.
And speaking of which, they don't know of any known brothels in Bannack, but they did say that there was no shortage of ladies of negotiable virtue. It's a hustling business, and a lot of businesses here in town had no problem trying to get that gold dust out of the hands of these young miners.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something.
So what do you think, Jenny? You were up on that roof. You were up on a hot tin roof the whole day.
It was so fun. I'm so glad I got to do it. It was great.
The interesting fact, if you haven't noticed in our videos, is that Jenny had a cast on her arm for the first week, got it off, jumped right on the roof.
But I did put the cast back on for today.
Oh, just like a
Just
little
in
strap?
case.
Yeah, that's
But yes,
awesome.
yes.
But you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Oh, nice.
And it was so fun.
About us and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us. Still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
That's the finish of our project here at Bannack State Park, and we are cruising our way out very slowly.
Very slowly.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's a windy day too, so and there's Dale. You want to say goodbye to him, honey? We'll stop real quick. Yeah.
About us. We're pouring cup after cup after cup. Yeah, it's just the way we do it. Anything just to block out the real life.